All right, I am back. Got another video here. Playing some 100 here on Global Poker. I just got 2 tables up today. I think I'm down about a buy-in, or maybe down like half a buy-in. I've been playing for a little while. I was running really bad in all in, just people drilling 2-outers on me, stuff like that. So not that fun, but not that big of a deal. Yeah, this playing in this pool has been interesting. There's definitely some very wild players at the 100 level, and I'm looking to build up a little bit of the roll on this site, and then just start playing 200 as soon as possible. But yeah, not so bad, at least for now. This is debatably like it depends how big of a fish this guy is and how passive the blinds are, but you can like ISO hands like this. I've seen like some very strong players doing stuff like that. But yeah, that's mainly contingent on who's in the blinds, who is opening action, and then versus 2 big blinds versus a presumably weaker player. Going to be calling the ace-9 and opening the pocket 8s over here. I'm just making sure that I'm not okay, and then facing an overbet. This is actually ignoring stack depth. This is not a bad size. Like definitely okay to play that size. But I don't know, maybe not at 50 big blinds deep or 60 big blinds deep. You might look for to use some other size. Here, ace-10, 7, presumably a recreational player. I could check or I could bet. I think I think I'm gonna just end up in the bet line here, but I don't have too much information on this player, but it really does depend. Both lines have a lot of merit, so getting checker is pretty small here. I don't think I would fold almost anything versus a fish. So continue with the call. You could also 3-bet the flop, but here you snap checks. I'm going to check this back. There's a lot of rivers that I can bluff, like primarily heart rivers after check, and then like his range to me right now seems like a weak ace or like some sort of like weird draw. So if he checks this river, I'm going to go ahead and blast and make some like greedy looking bet. For facing block, yeah, I think I still do like raise. The thing is, like, I don't know how often weak players fold top pair. Yeah, I'm gonna save a little bit of money here. Like, I would go all in if I was extremely sure that he never had a full house. But yeah, really speculative whether or not it's nice to bluff river there when his range is just like ace X pretty much. After he blocks, like he could have some air, but like he's saying he has it like just like some marginal ace, and I don't think recreational players are looking to fold those types of hands. So maybe not the best decision to bluff raise river. you'll have to let me know what you think about that one. Okay, hopefully no choppiness this video. And yeah, this is sort of the fun part about playing on the site, is like you see a lot of craziness like with this. I'm gonna always call. I think fish are going to tend to underfold versus 4-bets. And yeah, range check. So like 4-bet bluffing this hand is sort of a punt versus this player type. And gonna fold. Bluff raising river, not necessarily the best play. Versus 2 big blinds. I'm gonna go ahead and call. Get the ace, king, deuce. Check. Versus snap bet. I'm gonna have to roll for this one, but I think I like raise versus this player type. He seems a little bit more like weak passive. Yeah, this seems like a nice turn to continue barreling, having picked up a gutter. His timing seems fairly strong, but here's the pot size, and this puts a lot of pressure on this king X. Do I make ace X indifferent versus like some of these like more crummy regs? I don't know, but definitely king X, and then like pocket pairs with a diamond that may decide to continue flop. And the question is whether or not to go all in. I think on 100, I'm going to have to commit to going all in, but do I feel good about it? Not really, especially after snap call. So, and then here, pick up a straight draw. And we get it through, so that's pretty nice. Sometimes you have to just trust the RNG. This was crazy line for my opponent, and I'm definitely going to have to just fold. Yeah, running into all sorts of like bizarro spots versus fish. Do I want to mix it? This is like kind of a weak player. I'll fold. I'll fold. I would get out of line versus this size versus most players, but this is like a special player here. So not necessarily like the I'd rather just raise stronger hands, even though this is, I don't know, it's close. Anyway, let's see any choppiness. Oh, it looks like there's a little bit. Oh, shit. Skipped frames. Okay, hopefully this chills out. Let me see what's going on here. Okay, it should be okay. I'm gonna check on it again. Maybe this will be a shorter video. There's plenty of spots versus fish that I've already played within the last 10 minutes. So like, you know, that's interesting enough. Opening the king jack. We get like a weaker regular type player flatting the button. I'm gonna go ahead and range check this, but I don't think you have to range check these types of boards. I think they do fairly, like, you know, range checking is a pretty nice strategy, just because your opponent is supposed to be checking back a lot of strong hands. This hand is perfectly fine versus half pot, but obviously, like, would prefer to see like a check back. The pot share goes up tremendously after that, and then facing half pot, half pot. Okay, yeah, I think this is a recreational actually. So I'm gonna continue with a call, and then a river. I think I would prefer to block. Even block for half pot, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna block for half pot, and they have king queen. So it's unfortunate. I mean, it's very close, but yeah, I just remembered a couple. Like, I looked at the notes here, and I remembered a couple hands I'd played versus this opponent, and he was not the strongest. It might be better to block like quarter pot on the river. I was maybe getting a little bit greedy with the half pot size, but I expect him to like flat too many hands on the button. Shit, okay. I think a bunch of frames just skipped, so I'm going to end the video in a minute here. And just call it a quick one, and hopefully I can start using my desktop or using a desktop to record these so that it's not so like crazy and choppy. Yeah, so y'all will have to let me know. Tons of fish battling. This is definitely like, for any ACR reg watching this, I'm sure like you're looking at this and licking your chops or whatever. It's certainly, the games are certainly good. Definitely have to learn the way of the fish playing on the site. Not that it's too hard for me to learn that, because like it's I am the fish. Like I've become the fish in a lot of ways. So this is an absurd 3-bet size from my opponent, but this is like the strongest, like one of the strongest like 3-betting ranges of the game. I'm gonna call and hopefully flop a set, but got absolutely nothing burgered on this flop. And then facing a snapjack, I mean, it's really absurd. I could consider stabbing and then beginning to like triple barrel, but I think I might delay to the turn and start putting money in here, like versus like jacks, for instance. Okay, I'm just gonna peel versus big blind. And then it's the same idea here, like, do I expect like kings or jacks to fold? Yeah, I think I do. I'm just gonna make this look like kind of greedy, and hopefully like his range is almost exclusively those types of hands. So like I expect like extremely high full equity, and I don't expect any ace-x to snap check the flop and then snap bet one big blind on the turn. Son of a bitch. Okay, the goddamn frames are skipping. Those goddamn frames are skipping. Okay, I'm gonna end the video here. Just get cold 3-bet to like this egregious size, or cold 4-bet. I mean, to this outrageous size. This guy is like pretty like I think I remember him being like a shit reg or something. But yeah, like obviously pretty straightforward fold. This will be the last hand, and then I will sit out and call it a day. Make sure that frames are not continuing to skip. Damn, they just want to keep giving me hands. We gotta play the Jack 10. There's like a not so politically correct name for this hand. And then versus 11, this hand does quite a bit of 3-betting. On a 37, I will just call. Flopping top pair. So you can bet pretty high frequency on this board. Small blind versus cutoff. My hand obviously is not going anywhere. So we will continue, and then turning 2 pair is like making my pants get tighter. So honestly, I wouldn't be surprised that if, like in theory, you were playing some jams here versus check. Yeah, I think I like stabbing small. I could reopen for a large size, but this puts a lot of pressure on like the ace-king region, the ace-queen region. It's kind of trolling, I think, but maybe this is a size in theory. I don't know. I'd need to think about it a little bit longer. I just think like this puts a lot of pressure on like the exact types of hands that he has. And then here, like if he's ever trapping aces, hand like ace jack, like they're gonna have to call. So I'm just always playing jams. I'm all in. And I expect a lot of folds, unfortunately, but always worth jamming. I guess he called, and unfortunately, I don't get to see what he had. But I'm assuming this is a pretty like decent. This is a pretty strong player, like strong regular that I've played with on the site. So I assume maybe he was like trapping aces or something, or like a hand like ace jack. So unlucky for him. I'm gonna sit out on the button, and that'll be that. Okay, thank you guys very much for watching another video of me playing somewhat poorly, somewhat well, maybe in some spots. I don't want to be totally self-deprecating. I think I wish this would get out of here. Yeah, I think pretty much, mixed bag. Like I'm not always going to play well, but I definitely think I played some spots pretty